All right, shalom, shalom. The brothers of Great Millstone coming at you again with another live camp in the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. That's right. And before we get started, we're going to face the east. Give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai Bashim Rakakodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who taught us this truth and rule well. Peace and blessings unto the hopeful elect, pushing his word throughout the four corners of the earth in truth, righteousness, and sincerity. To you we say shalom.
Shalom, shalom.
So again, another day to prophesy the downfall of America, to prophesy the end, to prophesy, Jacob's trouble, to prophesy, everything that's written in these scriptures, man. Right? Because what we're coming to is a dark time, man. A time where it's going to be pure lawlessness.
Yep.
A time where Esau is really going to start, the so-called white man is really going to start pulling out all the tricks out of his bag to really come at you tribes, man.
Who's that?
Genesis 3.
Yeah. Oh, before you get there, just real quick, because see, this is the thing of what the Hebrew Israelites have brought into the earth. Because prior to the truth really exploding like it has, the people thought the Bible was just this loving book that everything was going to be all cushy and all that. No, the scriptures say, if I can get this real quick, Ezekiel chapter 2, I start at verse 9. It says, "And when I looked, behold, and hand was sent unto me, and lo, a roll of a book was therein. And he spread it before me, and it was written within and without. And there was written therein lamentations and mournings and woes." And that's what we're entering into the time of, man. Lamentations, mournings, and woes, man. Hey, dark, evil times are coming on the earth, and we're in the midst of that, man. All right, ISIS is out here whooping ass, man. All right, they shot that chick Renee Good in the face, and that's the beginning. All right, we're now starting to see uprisings taking place in different parts of the world. All right, well, really in America for the most part, it's been happening in the world. Trump threatening the Insurrection Act, and this is, guess what? All this is prophesied in the Bible. All these things must happen before we get to the salvation of what we're looking for, man.
It's getting exposed that ISIS is an IDF militia.
Yeah.
They recruiting motherfuckers from Tiny Top, man. So you already know what time it is, man. Once they hit the streets, as you see, it's gonna be all hell, man.
Yeah. As the one video that's been circulating, that Jake couple that ran up on that ICE agent, and it was like, "Why are you doing this?" He was like, "You ain't learned? The last you ain't seen for the last couple of days, you ain't learned." And it was like, "What?" And he was like, "Camera on my face." So showing you that they're gonna do what they want. Trump has given them full immunity to do as they please. So as we're seeing the different videos circulating of these different Jakes getting their ass beat, all right, it's not just Northern Kingdom now, man. You so-called Latin tribes, all right, you Gadites. There's a video that came out yesterday that 4 Gadites got nabbed. All right, one of them they found, the other 3 they found in a concentration camp. All right, Judah, the Southern Kingdom, they getting their ass whooped. So we're in Jacob's trouble, man.
Don't get about Judah. They pulled the name. This young man was getting in the car with his kids and knocked the breath out of one the 6-month baby and went to the hospital.
Damn, I know that.
They don't care about us, man. And it's gonna get worse, man.
Yeah.
Right now, these just a few incidents. When Trump said, they can change off these damn dogs. Oh man, it's gonna get real bad for the so-called black man named especially Judah, man.
Right.
So-called black, y'all sit back there, ain't nothing gonna happen to y'all. We gonna see this.
Yeah, we told you this. It was beyond immigration, man.
Yeah.
People thought, oh yeah, you're getting the illegals out. No, these niggas set that up to come after everybody.
Everybody.
Right?
Right, it was ultimately a Trojan horse.
Oh yeah. There you go.
Jake, don't get it twisted. This is Ecclesiastes 3. So everything, there's a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven. A time to be born and a time to die.
Ooh, and that's the time we in, man. And let's keep it real. A time to be born and a time to die. What's going on in America, man? Esau not reproducing.
Yep.
The spirit of war is in the air. You're talking about worldwide extinction level events, man.
Right.
This is what's being talked about in the media, man. Okay, all these different podcasts and YouTube channels talking about, oh my God, we might have to use nuclear war. We hope we can come to some type of peace agreement. Nah, read it again.
Ecclesiastes 3. To everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven.
Yep.
A time to be born and a time to die.
Yep. That's the spirit. Go ahead.
A time to plant and a time to pluck up that which is planted.
That's it.
A time to kill and a time to heal.
There you go. Time to kill, time to heal. Right? What's the spirit on these people, man? All right, they want to hurt one another. They want to kill one another, man. Revelation 6:4.
That's right.
Spirit of war. Go ahead.
A time to kill and a time to heal. A time to break down and a time to build up.
Time to break down the morality, the trust of the people here. All right, the economy, everything is all breaking down. All right, civil war. To talk of civil war, civil unrest, rebellion, sedition, however you want to call it. All right, this is talked about everywhere right now. That's the energy. That's the spirit. Go ahead.
A time to reap, Ecclesiastes 3 and verse 4. A time to weep and a time to laugh. A time to mourn.
That shit ain't funny, man.
Huh?
Ice beating the shit out of people now, man.
It ain't no laughing matter.
There ain't no laughing matter. They talking about door to door now. Right? They don't even need a warning. Go ahead.
A time to mourn and a time to dance. A time to cast away stones and a time to gather stones together. A time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing.
Yeah, that's the spirit of division. The Lord said he was going to bring that, Matthew the 12th chapter. Right? He said he wasn't going to bring peace. He said he was going to bring rather division.
Yeah. Also, he said he was bringing. And we know that sword according to Psalm 17 and 13 is the so-called white man. Also, Isaiah the 10th chapter. All right, the rod of the Assyrian, which is the Lord's indignation, that's these devils. So this is why you're seeing them unloading on our people the way they are, because not only is this judgment for their wickedness, because none of these jakes that you see getting their ass beat are innocent. They have all heard the word in some shape, form, or fashion. Man. So that's just judgment that we're seeing taking place.
Yeah, Ezekiel 7 said, the Lord said evils and only evils shall come. And when you read that chapter, that's dealing with Jake, man.
Yeah.
The Lord said he was going to judge Jake according to his detestable acts and abominations, man. 2/3 about to get to work, man. Okay? Keep going out.
Ecclesiastes 3 and verse 6. A time to get and a time to lose.
Yeah, shit. Hey, we on the verge of losing everything. Right? Our lives, this fucking world we living in right now, hey, you should own nothing to be happy, man. They get ready to usher in the reset. Right? They're purposely escalating the tension between, the ICE and all of that shit. You got the economy in shambles, wars, economic wars, tariffs and sanctions. All this shit is about to pass.
Like, it makes no coincidence that this past Christmas, Trump came out and said, like, hey, prepare for this to be your last
There you
Christmas.
go. Why would he say something like that?
They could be like madmen sparing enough.
Yeah. Going after who? Those that fear the Lord.
Fear the Lord.
You Israelites,
They're
man.
gonna be snatching everybody out their house. Especially they're gonna come after men of the Lord. Men you see preaching and teaching on highway and byway, and you followers, they especially gonna be, because they know who we are, man.
Right.
They know.
And then to add one more thing to that, it shows you that we're in a time of great, lamentation on the world, because Esau, like you said, is purposely stirring this shit up to usher in martial law. This is why he's attacking his own people now.
Yeah.
Because like you said, it's intentional, because they want to provoke a civil unrest. So like you heard Trump, threatening or bringing in the insurrection act. But they're doing this to make them bring it sense so they can hurry up and shut the society down.
Order out of kings.
And this, the sickness that's going around, all right, they activated this 6G, people getting these sicknesses. Now they saying there's another pandemic coming.
Well, it's a big bump in your shot. It's over after that.
It's 2 Corinthians chapter 16 and starting verse 40. O my people, hear my word, and make you ready to thy battle. And in those evils, be even as pilgrims upon the earth. Right. So we're coming into a time where we're going to be separated from society, right? And going into that word pilgrims is one, right, on a holy mission, man. Roughly paraphrase the definition.
Yeah, pretty much one that's on a walk to, he's on a walk of repentance to a holy place. So remembering the reason why we're doing this, man. Side missions that we've all, been doing as far as our lives outside the faith, all that's about to cease to exist. And it's really going to be your walk with the Heavenly Father and the Son at that
There
point.
you go. Soon to come, none of this shit is gonna matter at all. None of this shit gonna matter. What you got going on, your job or whatever, right? Your so-called life, all that's gonna
Just trying to be father, all
Yeah.
that shit matters.
you know, career goals and shit.
And you can see it now. The way of life as you know it from, let's say, pre-2020.
It's gone.
It's gone, man.
Gone, bro.
And it's gonna get, it's gonna change drastically in this year.
And that's why, like we said before the camera cut on, man. Hey, stay tuned January 19th when they have that WEF thing, man. Because they said that's the beginning of that digital prison being implemented, man. You know? So we're about to see great things start changing, man, very soon.
Right. You know, and all these things is happening at a rapid pace.
Yeah.
You know, everything, in the news, more, this evil. Just getting the people used to that mindset of preparing for what's coming, man. What's coming is a whole technocracy.
Yep.
What is it called? Dystopian society.
Yep.
Where everybody's going to be controlled, monitored, traced. You ain't going to be able to have your own opinion. You ain't going to be able to, do what you want like you do now, man. So, and really some of your thoughts, it's going to be determined as being crime, man.
Yeah.
They have what they call the thought police.
Thought police, pre-crime, the movie Minority Report.
Right.
That pre-crime system, pretty much dealing with, them pretty much categorizing people. All right, to see if you a threat or not against the government.
Ultimately, that's going to be a part of that social credit school.
Right.
Moving on, 2 Corinthians 16 and 41. He that selleth, let him be as he that cleareth the way, and he that buyeth as one that will lose. He that occupieth merchandise as he that hath no profit buyeth, and he that buildeth as he that shall not dwell therein. That's the mindset, right? Of understanding that you're going to lose, man. And being prepared to give that up, not to be attached to anything, right, that this society offers you. It says, he that soweth as if he should not reap, so also he that planteth the vineyard as he that shall not gather the grapes. Right? So we're seeing the mindsets, the separation being made between those who are truly serving the Lord and understanding you have to be willing to give these things up, and those who are serving their own bellies and trying to establish even greater footholds in this place. Right? You see, camps like IUIC, ISUPK, right? All these other groups preparing the minds of their people to continue to hunker down in Babylon the Great and not to separate themselves, right? No, but here over at GMS and those who believe on the word that Yahweh Shai has given to GMS, we understand that we're going to have these things taken from us, man. We're going to be prepared to have these things taken from us.
Philippians chapter 3, verse 8. Yea, doubtless, and I count all things but loss for the excellency of the knowledge of the resurrection of my Lord. It says, for whom I have suffered the loss of all things, and do count them but dung, that I may win Yahweh Shai.
Right, so we got to be prepared to lose everything, man. Scriptures talk about, whatever you lose on this side, you're going to receive a 100-fold in the kingdom. We know we're going to lose stuff. We're going to lose family members. We're going to lose certain loved ones. We're going to lose property. We're going to lose everything, man. We might even lose our lives like the elders going into. But this is all. This is all. Part of that trial, part of that fire, part of that walk, man.
Revelation 12 and 10. Right? I'm sorry, Revelation 12 and 11. My page read. Somebody get it for me.
Brothers ain't see me going.
I heard your voice all like, damn. I know, right?
I am. This is the book of Revelation 12 and verse 11. And they overcame him by the blood. Revelation 12 and 10. And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now is come salvation and strength.
Hey, see? Now has come salvation and strength in the kingdom of our power. Go ahead.
And the kingdom of our power.
Yeah, and we're in that time. Repent, therefore, the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Right? Look what all is happening. Go ahead.
And the power of his Hamashiach, for the accuser of our brethren is cast down.
Yeah, he's being cast down. All right, his power and all that. This is why they're on their last, campaign of terror to try to establish that power, man. All right, it ain't gonna work. Because while all of this is going on, meanwhile, what? Alliances are being made, plots and schemes are being made to what? To take down the horde. Right? Obadiah tells you that, man. How's it go? Thy adversaries have laid a wound under thee. Right. Roughly paraphrasing. That wound goes back to the traps.
That's right.
The backdoor deals, the alliances that's being made, man, to overthrow you. Go ahead.
Everybody, so y'all understand. Most High exposed you damn devils. Everybody know their tricks now. They can't hide.
Right.
They can't come with that old, same old they used to back in the day.
Right.
This is Revelation 12 and 10, halfway. Let's see. And the power of his Mashiach, for the accuser of our brethren, is cast down, which accused them before our power day and night.
Yeah, that's right. Right now, Jake is the face of domestic terror out here, man. And all the crime and all the wild shit that's been going on in the media, Jake is being plastered, man. If it ain't the northern kingdom, it's the southern kingdom, man. Right?
They've been using that damn AI video. I think that's AI with the Black Panther shit.
Nah,
That was
he
real.
he an agent provocateur.
Yeah, that's all the dude talking about we're gonna put a hole in the side.
Yeah.
That's real.
Yeah. And who's saying that on camera though? You know what I'm saying?
But it's just convenient. But it's just convenient that he pop up in the middle of all this.
Out of nowhere.
Like you said, he's an agent provocateur.
There you go.
The Black Panther's been exposed.
That's what I'm saying. It's the same shit we saw with what's his face? Grandmaster, Master Mason J. That nigga that was running for president, all of a sudden he not fucking around coalition, man. Now he
Now he should be out. Now he
But that shit was all set up, man.
But it's to provoke, because the reason why they had him pop up, because they saw the main one that's outside right now, Esau. Jake is just sitting back, because there's a video I seen where there was like, what the Edomite dude telling Jake pretty much, fall back, it's not your fight. And so just like in the first players, they see Jake ain't really getting into it like they want, so now they gotta stir shit up. Which is why you see him beating Jake ass more and more on camera.
This is Revelation 18 and verse 4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues. So, Most High saying, come out of her. Y'all need to repent and come back to Yahweh Shemel Shai. Not leave America, but repent and come in the ways of Yahweh Shemel Shai and live righteous, man. So when he bring these plagues on America, you're going to be called out, man. Because, Most High said, all those who join into these damn devils, you're going to die and suffer like damn devils, man. And these plagues is going to, consume all the wicked ass Israelites.
Yeah, but that verse, man, is going into deliverance.
Yeah.
So we get beamed up, but I mean, you can still say that, but mainly that's for the deliverance, though.
Yeah, twofold.
Right. Because ultimately, if you have something you're clinging on to on this side, that's something that Satan can use to try to sift you out.
First round 215. And I'm gonna get the commentary for that. That was good.
You know what? Hold on, let me finish this real quick from Revelation 12.
You got it.
Not pass it to you. Just want to make a point.
Come on, you can hold that for me, Dr. Sharp.
Revelation 12 and 11.
Revelation 12 and 11. And they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony. And they loved not their lives unto death.
Yeah, so we overcame this devil by the word of the testimony, man. And what did you say earlier before we started rolling about how you went with the lesson about not a Jew addressing conspiracy theories?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So the spirit is heavy, man.
Right.
That's the pressure.
Matter of fact, add to that point, he addressed something else when he was saying, get the skill real quick.
Shit, man. Word is out here, man. Faith is flourishing. The truth that has been so long without fruit shall be declared, man.
So it's a video that he addressed where he said that he wants to control all the media and social media in America. So pretty much he wants to end the First Amendment.
There you go.
Because everybody's beginning to call him out.
Yeah.
For the atrocities that he's doing with the Palestinians. And right now they're committing crime against humanity.
There you go.
And so, like I said, they want the eyes off them and make it so it's Jake. And remember, that video with that woman. What did she say? She said that the main, their main enemy is the black youth over here because they see that Jake is waking up. So this is why they want to control the media to stir the narrative back onto us and take it off of them because they see they're getting lit up.
Really, all these small hats are aligned in that same mindset. You had that one dude, Shlomo Kramer.
Yeah.
He said the same thing. You know, we gotta restrict the First Amendment. We gotta have control on the First Amendment. You know, restricting all these social media platforms, what people say, what people comment, what people post. You know, so soon it's gonna be to where the whole free speech shit is gonna be out the window.
And bottom line is this: the world knows you ain't chosen.
That's it.
Right.
That's
Yeah,
it.
you the biggest welfare case on the news.
Which is why, like I said, they have to address this shit. Because one of the things that he said was, he was like, you know, what you say again? Repeat that point. Yeah, he's always been on the way.
Yeah, he had a dream. He's still dreaming.
Yeah, he said faith over fear with his shirt, though. But say your point again. What you just said. But,
No, the biggest welfare case.
Yeah. So he got on an interview. I forget the chick's name, but it was on the economy, and he was explaining how in the I think he said 10 years that Israel wants to end getting the aid from America. And so she was saying, you know, that's going to shake up a lot of things. But like I said, they're hearing these narratives that's being brought in about them. They're trying to take it back. You know.
There was a video that I watched on Instagram. There's one guy going into the neighborhoods. You know, they're videotaping them and asking questions. Huh? That was another one. The same guy. There was another one. He was asking a question like how can you afford having 9 kids and 10 kids?
How do you work?
How do you work? And this and that.
Then he went to the store, and Jake, the Judite, he asked me, he said, "Is this the? Do they use?" He said,
"What form of payment?"
He said, "100% all of them."
Yeah, because they're welfare cases, and these idiots that want to talk shit don't realize that our tax money pays for them to live like that. Right? The majority of our tax money goes over to the land of Israel, and they send shit back over here to the small house community.
I heard it was like over 900,000, something like that.
They're welfare babies. Yeah.
It's Revelation 12 and 12. Therefore, rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth, of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but short times.
Yeah. Right now we've been constantly reading the scripture, but now it's truly manifested. Now they have the army, they have the force, and they're letting it be known like, look, we're gonna do what the hell we want to do, and look, we checking everybody. Right? What was the joint you said? Right? They made the announcement. About all Americans this morning that they said that all Americans got to be prepared to be checked.
It says breaking. The Department of Homeland Security has announced it's advising its U.S. citizens to be prepared to present citizens.
Yeah, so the Department of Defense, Department of War, right? It's like, look, all Americans got to be prepared to give some type of proof that you're an American, man. How's that going to pan out?
Because at the end of the day, he's still locking up Issachar and other tribes that was born here that got birth certificates and got damn, what's it when you travel? Passports and shit. He's still locking in.
Yeah, you can present you a so-called American and still get your ass whooped, man.
This is the same strategy that Hitler used in Nazi Germany. It's the same playbook. They're doing the same thing. ISIS basically trumps little military, so they don't abide by the laws of America. They abide by the laws of
damn nasty. There was a post they had where like you type in like I think it was NAZIS.US and it goes to the Department of Justice. I'm like rerouting that shit too.
It's a rap, man.
They're the modern day, NAZI.
I mean, Elon Musk, he knew that was going to happen. That's why he saluted when he did, because he knew all this was coming down. Same playbook. Same playbook.
Only this time, they're really going to come after the two Israelites.
Yeah.
Unlike last time.
Jump down to verse 17.
This is Revelation 12, verse 17. And the dragon was wroth with the woman.
Yeah, the dragon is Esau. Essentially, the system. The dragon was wroth with the woman Israel. Go ahead.
And went to make war with the remnant of her seed.
Yeah, and went to make war with the remnant. Because essentially, hey, you see, 2/3 getting ruffled up, and they really want the elect.
Oh yeah.
They know who got the truth, right? They want the believers, man.
The spirit, not even enough to find it out, but the red, yellow, and blue is back up.
Oh yeah, there you go. And that man, we went on that one
Years ago. It's
That's
been a
not
long
my team.
time. You know, like you said, brothers will start bringing that back out because those times we're coming back into, man.
Right, and I watched the video too, going into that same type of red, green, and all that. Pretty much talking about how they already have everybody labeled or who's a potential threat. So once the lights go out, they're gonna start sending in the delta forces, all these people to come and round up, they're undesirable. Man.
This the way one of the tactics they was doing. They was dotting people mailboxes and shit. They was putting little dots behind their mailbox and stuff like that. So back then, when brothers was bringing out, you could actually go to people. When I seen it, you could go to people's mailbox and it will have a blue dot on it, a little yellow one, or a red one. You could see that. People was doing videos on that because they was dotting people's mailboxes, people apartment things. They was dotting.
Red meant that you're an enemy of the state. That's the one everything kids you should be converted. Blue is the one they were going to put in the concentration camp. We get re-educated and then commercial, and the yellow is just the boy.
Yeah, and more like it was the hollow hopes and all that shit. Yeah.
Believe the matrix lies.
Revelation 12 and 17. And the dragon was wroth with the woman, went to make war with the remnant of the seed, which keep the commandments of the Most High and have the testimony of Yahweh Shai HaMashiach.
Go, man. So we in the time, man. We are in the midst of Jacob's trouble right now. Time like no other. Daniel 12 and 1, man. So you gotta be spiritually prepared, as I always talk about, man. This shit's not a game, man. Right?
Yes.
So, 2 Ezra chapter 16 and verse 7. For there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord.
Yeah, and that's what's coming, man. A great insurrection, man, on those that fear the Lord. Because like the brother Chris said, man, they really want the elect. Yeah. All this stuff that they're doing is really to wage war with the remnant of the Yahweh Shai seed, which is really the elect. That's what they're doing. They're trying to go ahead and narrow and categorize and put brothers in the box so they're justified to come against the men of the Lord. That's why they're doing all this propaganda, Black Party Panther, and all this bullshit, because they really have eyes for the elect. Keep on.
Verse 71. They shall be like madmen, sparing none.
Is that not giving you a preview of that right now in Minnesota? And that's gonna trickle down to every major city. That's coming to every major city. Because they already say they're getting Memphis, so they're gonna be attacking every city with this, man. And they're gonna use the edge of derogatory and things like that to stir this thing up, man. And that's what's coming, man.
Yeah, because that got exposed. When the riots broke out in the city, the people in the town was like, these niggas is not even from the town.
Yeah, niggas burned the flag.
You know what I'm saying?
Drop that
So
bitch
it's
and
all
start
set up, man. niggas is importing protesters, bro. Niggas already got the camera set up, news crews ready. Oh shit, It's all theater, man.
Go outside, you're like, oh, damn, y'all live here? Yeah. Out there with the
Like,
phone
you ain't
and
never
shit.
seen this nigga down the street, man.
They were on the phone waiting for somebody to get
Talk
shot.
about get out our neighborhoods.
Yeah, he's like, you ain't live here. Motherfucker live like down in Minnesota, no, Alaska and shit. Motherfucker got them Minnesota on the camera right there.
Okay, go ahead,
JW Marriott right here in this joint. They shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord.
Yeah, spoiling and destroying those for the Lord. Like you said, their main target is the men of the Lord. You rescue Jacob, the Lord's going to put his spirit on him. When you read Isaiah, the 10th chapter, on Assyrian. He's going to put his spirit and anger upon the Assyrian and tread your ass down for your wickedness, man. But at the end of the day, his eyes is on the elect, man. That's what Esau is doing all this stuff for, man.
So instead of being ancient provocateur Israelites, you know what I'm saying, to do some wild shit and then try to,
Hey, don't be surprised. You see Chief, he's from
come on, man.
Yeah, pop back up and shit.
do some dumb shit, and then now the ministry's doing it.
Yeah, it's gonna be some nigga can't fight ICE or some shit.
Yeah. Remember, we saw that during the Palestinians, they was protesting that Wi-Fi dumbasses gonna set up in the middle of all that shit. Brothers gotta use wisdom, especially in these times where now we ain't gonna be out here in the midst of all this bullshit, man. You know, I was watching the Elder Amar Gabar's video before we came out here. And he was saying he might get to a point where might have to start going back to parks and shit. So,
I see that.
yeah, because it's going to get bad in these main cities at this point, man.
Totally see that.
All it takes is one nigga with freezers on
That's
his
it.
t-shirt.
Yeah,
Like you said, the dude that he exposed a couple weeks ago, they said had tires the fucking ISIS. Like them niggas been around. You know, this nigga is 14. What the hell you know about ISIS, man?
Yeah. In Charlotte, man. A lot of shit been going on out here, man. Go ahead.
This nigga had talked to ISIS and had a manifesto.
Yeah.
Hawaiian? This nigga don't even know how to spell ISIS.
They said they found like knives and shit.
Come on, man.
Yeah, knives and hammers and shit like that. Whole story was terrible.
Tacky, man.
Go ahead.
Second Age 16.
But we're at a point now where he don't even care because the people are so dumb they're just gonna believe whatever they put out anyway. This is why, like the brother's been saying, man, your spirit of discernment has to be A1 in these
It
times,
has to
man.
be elevated, man.
Because with the bullshit tacky stories, with the AI, man, you're gonna like the video the brothers in Chicago did when they changed the translation, what they said. Hey, you gotta know, hey, you gotta have a discernment. Pray for the Lord that He's gonna change in these times, man.
Second Age 16 and 72. But they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses.
They're gonna cast you out of your house.
You can do that by law, too.
Yeah, they can do it by law, but they think guidelines. They give a love to rock the Obama.
Genesis 21 was another one. There's another one, Project Referendum or something like that, where pretty much everything you have, they can go and there's a bunch of different laws around the country.
They can seize you, and especially when they bring forth another image, they can grab you up and lay you contagious. Remember they was speaking on that in Washington and New York. So now when they bring another image, they can label you contagious and they justify grabbing you up.
And to add to that, not to ramble, but they had a woman going on social media explaining, you know, the jab exemption form and telling parents not to fill that out because they said if you do that, you're consenting to the fact that you're not going to do it, so you're putting your child at risk to give them a license to take those kids, man.
It's all bullshit. It's a number tracking.
So this is why at the end of the day, you just got to pray over your house, man.
Second Age 16, 73. Then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as the gold in the fire.
Yeah. Then you're gonna know who the Lord's dealing with in those times. And if you ain't got the spirit of discernment, even now, you should. Hey man, come on, man.
They're showing that now. The Spirit of the Lord has that video resurfaced of Apostle Gabar and Apostle Ramla pretty much saying how they was warning people of what Esau was about to do. The Lord put the Spirit on Esau to come out here and fuck shit up. So the Spirit the whole time has been showing you. If you read the last part of the time,
Second Age 16 and 73. Then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as the gold in the
right,
fire.
because the Lord ain't gonna be out here in the midst of all this shit, man. All right, we're gonna be put away, you know, in the cut, man, as the Spirit covers us. So you crash out cancer, 2/3 gonna be the main father out here being dealt with, man.
You can make a name in that day. You got it, Jack. Right.
Yeah, I ain't no weak Jew.
Yeah,
all
got
that,
it.
all that shit. Yeah. Go good self. Go good self.
Hey, give me that one in Matthew 10 about wise and serpents too. Finish what you got, huh?
Second Age 16 and 74. Oh, hear ye my beloved, saith the Lord, behold, the days of trouble are at hand.
Yep, the days of trouble are at hand. Go ahead.
But I will deliver you from the
And the
same.
Lord's gonna be there, man. This is our faith. In these times, in these crucial times, hey, we believe that Yahweh Shem Shah will guide us where we need to go, what we need to do.
You have to. That
know?
has to be a
That's
certainty in your mind, man. Like the video I did yesterday, man. Because all of our foundation is about to be tried, man. Whether you are Israelite, whether you Christian, Muslim, whatever you believe in, all that shit's gonna be put to the test,
Yeah, you
man.
understand on that.
They're labeling everybody under domestic warfare.
Yeah.
Every group. Even the white supremacists. They're labeling everybody. That goes back to Rex 84, Project Video. They just use different words. They're labeling everybody.
Verse 75. Be ye not afraid, neither doubt, for the Most High is your God.
See, that's the spirit. Read it again.
Second Age 16 and 75. Be ye not afraid, neither doubt, for the Most High is your God.
Yeah, this is the time to be concrete, man. Stand firm in Yahweh Shem Shah, because everything that we've been prophesying through the spirit is happening. And like he said, like we read, then it should be known who my chosen are, man. It's gonna be no hell. It's gonna happen once they mandate their chip.
Yep.
Then it's gonna be Great Millstone told us the whole time. They've been telling us about this. You ain't gonna have no choice, right? They always say the true prophets of Great Millstone warned you first.
The apostles.
Started with the apostles.
That's why I said the Spirit had that video resurfaced, because the whole time the Lord has been showing our people who has the truth from the beginning. Because like I said, it goes beyond the camp thing.
Yeah.
But
of course.
it's the message. You know, they have that saying, you know, don't shoot the messenger, but, you know, listen to the message, representation. So the message has been consistent from the same group the whole time.
Yeah.
While you got all the other camps playing and changing up and all, the apostles have come straight with it since the beginning.
Yeah. Ezekiel 33 last month. Then it should be known when these things come to pass. Then it should be known that a prophet have been among you. That's why that's written, man. Because the people won't know, man. It ain't like this is gonna happen. And people will be like, well, I didn't know about it. You know what I'm saying? You can't run with that.
There's too many videos.
Ain't too many
Way
videos.
too many videos.
Ain't no cloak at that point, man. So that's the point. It's going to be acknowledged in its time.
Speaking of videos, his videos all over social media. These Edomites, they already received. Oh man, telling me, you know, bragging about how they don't have to carry their waters and all that. And then you got these other camp preachers. It's not it.
Right.
Then somebody lying.
Right.
That's it.
We're at the time now, they're pushing that. Elon Musk said that, 2026. Human trials is about to be put on the forefront. But like you said, there's hella people already in the earth, mainly around the world, even in America, that already got that shit.
Facts.
Making videos.
Shit, even with the 6G, they were saying how that's going to be pretty much the foundation to start getting these implants.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To pretty much develop the progress and the development of these implants.
Trump said that.
Yeah, right.
He's going to be inside of it. So he's already letting me know, bro. We're here.
Yep. I got two in the class next. Give me the Matthew one.
Oh, yeah.
This is Matthew chapter 10, verse 16. Behold, I see you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves.
Yep. We sheep in the midst of wolves.
Right? It says, be therefore wise as serpents, harmless as doves.
Hey, you gotta be wise. You gotta be wise now, man. Because the days are evil. Right? Wise as serpent. What else we can get?
It says, behold, I see you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. Be therefore wise as serpents, harmless as doves.
There you go.
It says, but beware of men, for they will deliver you up to councils, and they will scourge you in the city.
Yeah. It's gonna be a lot of niggas getting rat out, you know, turning on you. That's the time you, man. Betrayal.
Trail, all time high.
You know? Think about it. You give somebody an incentive 40, 50 grand to go, you know what I'm saying, if you report some shit, niggas gonna be on that.
That show that I've been seeing on Prime, Mr. Beast, they had that where the dude, pretty much you have a team of people that you have to work with the whole show to win like a couple $1 million. Then it was at the end.
Oh, yeah.
All of them it was like one person representing the team who was like, look, I give you 9 point something million to say F your team and just take it. And the niggas took it. They threw their whole team under the bus. So like you said, all it takes is incentive and niggas gonna turn it, bro.
In a time when people struggling and shit, come on, man. You got any more?
It says, you shall be brought to the government for my sake, and the testimony against them.
Who are those governments against now, man? Let's talk the top. People who write the laws. You know, you're gonna have to go before them.
Yep.
You know, but that's the time we in. Isaiah 13 told us that this word will go up to the gates of the nobles. So we've been saying this for the past, who knows how long. You know what I'm saying? That eventually the powers that be would have to acknowledge the truth, man. They would have to acknowledge the spirit of Yahweh Shemel Rashad and the prophets, man. That's where we at now. Right? The main reason why they're talking about citizenship of the First Amendment is because of the prophets, man.
Yep. It's
Right?
an index.
Come on, man.
It's bothering their enterprise because people are starting to question.
Yes.
And so they have to come in different ways to word certain things and agendas that they're trying to do. We're just straight coming with the facts. Where they come from hard fighting children, all the things that go into the Bible, and they're about to enslave them. That's it. That's it.
They got a damage control that. Like, this nigga, that came out and said that he didn't find it. They been talking all small hats, finance, slave trade. The fact this nigga acknowledged it and said he did it to liberate them, lets you know that, look, they're here to talk. They see the video. That's why, again, that woman said that the target, the main enemy is the black community. Because through them, all the other tribes are waking up as well.
He's moving.
So I said Exodus 15. I started with verse 1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord.
Which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord. The Lord put these words in our mouth, man. We're speaking through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shah. Go ahead.
And cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true.
For they are faithful and true. You don't see that? You haven't learned that by now? Go ahead.
Fear not the imaginations against thee. Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee.
Fear not the imaginations against thee. Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee, man. Look, I'm saying this for the speak at this point. We care less if a nigga don't believe that. If a nigga want to scarf or have something or have a problem with us, have at it, man. All right? Hey, the Lord set us up to give our people the warning, and that's it, man. Right? You either repent or perish. Right? This is the job the Lord sent us to do. So the hell if a nigga don't believe, we ain't worried about no incredulity at this point, man. We never have.
Nah, nigga don't believe, man, and you really wasn't part of
Come
it.
on, man.
It shows the Lord don't love you.
Yes,
You
sir.
can't see it. But that's why he told us not to fear any of these things, because like the apostles have been telling us, don't be afraid of none of this shit, because all the things happening is judgment for the wicked. If you're pleasing the Lord, then you have nothing to worry about, man. Just continue to do the work, show the Lord you believe, and you and your house will be covered.
Man, like you said about the love, the scriptures say the Lord loved none but he that willeth the wisdom.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, hey, a lot of these, most of these people don't have the wisdom of Yahweh Shah, nor do they care to have it.
Because what's the beginning of wisdom? Fear of the Lord, which a lot of people don't have.
Man.
Right. Hey, I'm not talking about the perfect example. All these videos are showing people ain't got no fear. They said that Hebrew Israelites is the biggest advancement in the world. Like you said, you.
What's heavy about that? The Lord will put the spirit on these niggas to do a mockery video to try to make a name for himself, only to get condemned in the end. So all these jakes that want to, lift their chest out and get on camera and make some type of mockery or slander against the Israelites, it's all to their detriment, man. Testimony against yourself. So have at it, man. Hey, go crazy with the AI, man. Keep doing them, man. Hey, some of them shits do be funny though. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, hey, it's to your destruction. Have at it.
Hey, even Drewski. That shit with the Christian, that shit was funny.
Yeah, that shit was true.
Because he was making fun of an actual pastor that did that shit.
It was two pastors. There was that one nigga that spit on the nigga face and did that shit.
that was
Mike Todd, Mike Todd, and there was another nigga that came down with the thing.
They mad about that. But see, y'all, the same one that was mocking, the last one, he did that about the Israelites. Now they mad because he called them out.
The irony, right?
Second Exodus 15 and verse 3. Fear not the imaginations against thee.
Right.
Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee.
Yeah, exactly. We're not worried about that.
For all the unfaithful shall die in their
Hey,
unfaithfulness.
the Lord, this is what the Lord said. All the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. So have at it. Any more up?
Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction.
All these things are happening now. The sword, famine, death, and destruction. All right? The escalation. Go ahead.
Wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth,
Yes.
and her hurtful works are fulfilled.
And our hurtful works are fulfilled, man. And this is the most wicked the world has ever been, bro. This is the worst kingdom ever, bro. Everything about this place, the immorality, man. All right, was pushed, was considered wisdom here. It's all bullshit, man.
Scripture said that you're calling the border of wickedness.
That's it. And this place is responsible. Remember, Jeremiah 51 said that. Get that real quick. Jeremiah 51 about Babylon making the earth drunk. You know what I'm saying? This place has much to pay for, bro.
Jeremiah 51 and verse 7, Babylon hath been a golden cup in the Lord's hand.
Drunk, corrupting the world. That's crazy. Go ahead.
It says, the nations have drunk the wine, therefore the nations are mad.
What happened to the nations when they partook in the indulgences of the whore? You know, for these nations that have any type of aid, any type of alliance, they have to basically get in bed with the whore. You know, they got to push sodomy. They got to push that whole, what's it called? The idolatry. You know, feminism, whatever, man. All of these ways, all the ways that the Western way has destroyed the world, man. This is why people are standing up against the West. You see? Any more out?
It says, verse 8, Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. How for her, take balm for her pain, and so she may be healed.
Go ahead, no healing this place. Go ahead.
We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her, and let us go every one into his own country.
Yeah, people talk. They got this thing called a black suit. I saw about this the other day. You know, Jake with some money, they're getting up out of here. You know, they see the conditions in America, and they're like, look, this shit is over with, man. So a lot of them are trying to, flee. But when the hour of temptation hits, it's gonna try to work, man. So if any Jake that's in that spirit, all right, you leave, you still gonna be met with the trouble, man. This is gonna be a worldwide event, you know.
Yeah, there ain't no safe haven out there.
It ain't.
Esau has a whole world. Job 9:24.
Yep. And there's been Jakes online that didn't do no research and went out to Africa or whatever, some part of Africa, and now they want to come back to America. They're like, man, this shit good, man. You know, I thought it was going, but that shit, there ain't no escape. You know? Anymore?
It says, I'll start at 9 again. It says, but we would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her and let us go every one into his own country. For her judgment reaches unto heaven and is lifted up even to the skies.
Even to the skies, man. That shows you how heavy the reward is going to be, man. It said that the sins of Babylon have reached the heavens, man. Man, the Lord's about to bring down the hammer. So this is where we at, man. So we're in the spirit of like, as these things come to pass, the spirit is on us to really lock in. You know, any moment, man, they could just cut this shit off. All right, or something major could happen in one of you brother cities, man. Where they can shut all that shit down. Some major city, LA, New York, Dallas, whatever. Hell, over here, you just don't know.
Because what we're seeing is ultimately, Esau, he's doing all this in hopes to maintain control over the earth. In order to eliminate the adversary, which is us, and eliminate any form of opposition, in order for him to establish his kingdom and remain, ruler forever, man. But ultimately, we understand that what his goal, his mind is really to be the Most High. What he's trying to do is usurp Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua in order so he can remain, and he can be God, he can be sitting in his seat. You ain't get that, bro.
His mind is that he's going to rule forever.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 2. Why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing?
Right, so why do people rage and imagine a vain thing? The imagination of the heathen is vain, vanity. Because ultimately, their agenda, their counsel, is not aligned with the will of the Most High. Right? The scripture says, how there's no counsel, no understanding against the Lord. Right? So this council that they're trying to do, especially over here in Davos, which is going to happen on the 16th, in January, the 19th. All this whole, the scripture talk about how Esau is wearied in his multitude of councils, right?
They always have a council, right?
Always have a council. Every now and then, here's a council, another council, the G7 summits, G20 summits, all these things, right? All in hopes to prepare for the return of the Lord. Because they understand that they're going to have to fight against that divine power, man. Because of what they've done. There's no escape.
Yeah, see, they know that the Lord is going to frustrate their enterprise, man. Right. They're not going to fully establish it as they envision. Right. Hey, Job said it. Right. In the fullness of their sufficiency, they should be in straits.
Come on, Uncle Shah. You want to get that? that's what we're coming down to. You know, Esau moving in haste, Esau getting sloppy. You know what I'm saying? And then it's gonna come to a point where he's gonna come across, you know, what's that saying in the world? You know, when the immovable force meets unstoppable force meets but really, the immovable force is the most high, man. He's gonna be moved, man. So at the end of the day, Esau's plan, Esau's all this, you know, agenda that he has been working on for hundreds of years, all this shit is gonna be flushed down the drain. Man. It ain't gonna be real shit. You gotta go.
So Job 20 and 22. In the fullness of his sufficiency, we shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him.
Right. In the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straight. So when he feels like he got it, when he feels like he's gonna accomplish what he has envisioned, you know, ultimately he's gonna be upset. You know, the scriptures say, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword.
Yeah, exactly. Isn't it like that in every movie though?
Right.
Every movie, you know, you get the super villain. He thinks he's about to achieve his ultimate goal. The nigga laughing and shit, and then he falls, right?
Yeah.
Isn't it always like that?
I always want to rule the universe.
Yeah, he always want to fucking rule the universe, take over the world. And as soon as he feel like he got the master plan down, then here comes the superhero. Every time.
It was funny too, because I just watched that movie, King Arthur, that one new movie that came out. But it's the same storyline, right? You got the wicked, you know, he's over here, he's amassing this amount of power. It might seem like he's unstoppable. Got all kinds of force behind him. Then out of nowhere, you know, some underdog comes up and just takes him out, man.
ChatGPT, for that Job 20 and 22. It says the plain meaning, even a wicked person, or even when a wicked person seems to have everything, wealth, power, security, trouble suddenly closes in. What looks like abundance turns into distress, and instead of peace, they face pressure, opposition, and violence from others like themselves. It says,
That's the sufficiency, right? Yeah. That's it.
it says, jumping down, it says the key phrases explain fullness of his sufficiency, total abundance, materially secure, self-satisfied.
Total. They said total abundance. And so, what do you say? Secure.
Materially secure.
Materially secure. What are they doing, man? They going around rape, robbery, and shit. You know, taking resources and minerals. What's it called? Precious earth minerals, oil, right? And they like, who gonna stop us? Right? That's the energy Trump, listen. Right. They like, who gonna stop us? Right. You got a problem? We just kidnapped your ass, man.
We should bring me down.
There you go. This nigga's a real human trafficker. Go ahead, brother.
It says materially secure, self-satisfied, lacking nothing outwardly.
Yep.
It says he shall be in straits, sudden distress, confinement, anxiety,
Yep.
or pressure.
This is why they having all those councils. Because they know that this thing is going to happen suddenly, man. They see the angels here. Right? The Lord is here, bro. The Lord is in the heavens, bro. Prophecies have to come to pass first before the Lord makes his move. So they seeing the angels. They declassified all the stuff of so-called UFOs, UAPs. They see spiritual phenomena going on. So Rock 36 tells you that, man. Let the nation see thy power. So they're having these councils, man, but they're still thinking that they could actually achieve this reset, you know, chip everybody, all right? Have your spirit tied to some fucking cybernetic robot type shit, you know? So they're scrambling for time. Go ahead, bro.
And that's why scriptures talk about the burden of Egypt, the burden of Babylon, the burden of Assyria. Right? This is them being in that state of distress, man. Right? Because they're scrambling, like the elder said, to get these things together. That's why you see, you know, they're not even hiding their plans. Right? They're not hiding these meetings. There was a point where we didn't know what the fuck Davos was. Right? But now all of a sudden this is mainstream news every time they get ready to meet up because they don't have time to put that veil over people's minds anymore, man. They gotta try to accomplish their devices.
Yeah, who are these niggas that weren't even elected?
Right.
Right? Here it is, calling the shots. Who put you in the position to do that? So people are talking about that too.
I remember when we used to talk about the Bilderberg.
Yeah.
You know, that was a long time ago. We used to talk about that, you know, people were pretty much protesting against that. It was like, who are these guys, you know what I'm saying? And now you got the Davos group. you know, the what the WEF, who are the major players that
They all in the Zuckerberg, Jeff Bezos, and,
The billionaire.
they're billionaires, man. Peter Thiel, right? Sam Altman. These guys is like they said, they're transforming the way people think and move, man. Right? Go ahead, bro.
So I asked it to compare this to modern political and economic systems. And it says here, down to the point, it says, point 3, technocratic control of all security. Enhanced systems often promise total risk management, data-driven governance, and predictive control. And that's what they continue to push in the earth right now. That is through this AI, through these different data centers that they're setting up. Right? They want to gain control so that they can control all the variables, man. Right? Nothing is going unseen according to them.
It's the spirit though. That shit is demonic.
Let's fuck out of here,
It's
man.
looking like that was wrong.
It's like the crackers. That's what I'm telling you. These crackers, man. Go ahead, bro.
It said this can,
Man.
That was like that was making right in front of the camera.
it said this can technocratic control can produce a sense of self-sufficiency
The Lord curse that fucking devil. Go ahead.
without moral grounding, similar to the arrogance implied in Job 20. When trust is placed in mechanisms rather than justice, accountability, or humility, crisis exposure increases. It says control replaces wisdom, and confidence replaces restraint. Right? And that's what we're seeing is these men lack restraint. They can't control their urges to control the earth. Right? That's why Trump said, I'm going to Venezuela to Cuba to freedom. Right? I need this whole Western Hemisphere under my domain. Right? That's the mindset of all these Edomites, man. It says compression instead of collapse. It says the straits does not always mean immediate destruction. It often means constriction, loss of freedom, or forced dependence.
Yeah, we're in the build-up right now, man. See, people don't understand that. Look, they get ready to take away your freedom of speech, the right to bear arms, right? They need the least amount of rebellion, you know, to have when they come and try to, you know, come get your ass. You know what I'm saying? So this is why this is happening, right? This is why, hey, shit, before 2026 hit, right at the end, it was a bunch of mass shootings and shit, right? Niggas is running up in schools and all types of shit, man. So they've been pressing the issue of trying to confiscate the guns. And get
It says modern governments, capital controls, surveillance expansion, emergency powers, and reduced economic mobility. Not going into the chip, man. Right? The reduced economic, you can't move, you know, and be able to spend your money the way you would imagine. Right? It says emergency powers. So Trump is execute whatever devices he wants, man. Right? Whether it be eminent domain, whether he's giving these ICE agents carte blanche to act as his own personal military force. Right? This is what
what they call executive orders. You know, Esau can, Donald Trump can just give out any executive order he wants, and really the American people they'll back him up on that. A lot of the shit that he's doing now, a lot of these what they call Trumpers, you know, they're all for it, man. Now there's some division among them, you know, with the whole small hat, you know, situation. But at the end of the day, we understand that this man, Trump, has been set in power ultimately to fulfill what is written in the scriptures, man. He's going to bring in the whole civil war. He's going to bring in, you know, the whole implantation of the microchip, man.
They loyal to Trump. They said if he shoot somebody, what, don't step the White House, they still a Trump.
Yes.
I feel just fine.
That show you how much they hate Jake, man.
I want to get something for you on Washington. You mentioned that we're talking about Greenland, we're talking about acquiring all these lands, right? This is Isaiah 5 and 8. Woe unto them that join house to house, that lay field to field, until there be no place that they may be placed alone in the midst of the earth. You know, so it says, woe unto you, man. Right?
I was just gonna add, scriptures talk about he heaped unto himself kingdoms, man. Right? They're just taking the whole earth, like the elder said, all the resources available, because they need access to these things to reach their sufficiency. Right? They have to have the oil, they have to have the rare earth metals, they have to have all these things in order to feel that invulnerability, man.
See, but it was never for Esau to have the blessing. You know what I'm saying? His blessing, you know, has a limit, it has a cap. You know, what he's ultimately trying to do, he's trying to get the blessing of that Jacob received. By force. By force. Right? So this is why, you know, as it says, you know, in the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be disgraced, because ultimately he wasn't designed to, he wasn't promised, you know, to have dominion over the earth like he envisions, right? To be under your skin, to know, you know, your thoughts, to be able to pretty much decide, you know, who lives, who dies, you know, pretty much everything that surrounds this whole microchip, man.
Yeah, get that, because that's where we at. This is the spirit that's on display right now.
In the book of Isaiah, chapter 10, verse 12.
Yep.
Wherefore it shall come to pass that when the Lord, Yahweh Yahushua, had performed his whole work upon Mount Zion and on Jerusalem, I will punish the fruit of the stout heart of the king of Assyria and the glory of his power.
Would you tie that back to Esau? He's the king of Assyria now. The spirit, go ahead.
For he has said, by the strength of my hand I have done it.
See, and this is what they're saying. They say by the strength of our hands, we took the word. By our own strength. You know, the Lord set you up. Okay? To take down Jake because we went off. All right? And remember, Esau is the sword of the Most High, man. But after he gets done, after he is done using the sword, he's going to discard it. As we're going to read. You know what?
Verse 13, where he said, by the strength of my hand I have done it.
Yep.
And by my wisdom, for I am prudent.
Yeah, for by my wisdom, all of his left hand source he's tapping into, and he thinks it's of him. Right? The Lord was the one that put the spirit on you to splice the atom and to create this nuclear technology and shit, to create the atomic bomb, to bring forth this AI. All right? Now the AI has the ability to think on its own and make decisions and shit like that. All this advancement in technology came from the Lord, man. It wasn't through Esau's great mind, as he would say. Right. You know, go ahead.
I got a precept. This book of Daniel, chapter 4, verse 17. This matter is by the decree of the watchers, and the man by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men.
There you go.
And giveth it to whomsoever he will, and set it up over it as they do men.
That's how the story was written, man. Second, that's the 6th chapter, all the way down to verse 9 and 10. Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob's the beginning of it that followed, man. So in the end time prophecies, the Edomites will be ruling in the end of the world, man. And the Lord set them up. And we're in a time of the last rule of the heathen nations, bro. Go ahead.
Isaiah 10 and 13.
It's Isaiah 19 and verse 11 in NLT.
Yep.
What fools are the officials of Zion? Their best counsel to the king of Egypt is stupid and wrong. Will they still boast to Pharaoh of their wisdom? Will they dare brag about all their wise ancestors? Right? So that's what Esau is doing, is bragging and boasting, right, about the conquest that he made. Trump went into the year talking about comparing this back to the Greek Empire and things of that nature, right? Really trying to bring back that old Edomite pride, man. You know, so now we're seeing that it's worthless for them, man. Right? They can brag and boast and all these things, but we understand that the Lord put them in this position. He's going to take them out, man.
Simple as that.
Isaiah 10 and 13. For he said, by the strength of my hand I have done it, and by my wisdom, for I am prudent, and I have removed the bounds of the people, and have robbed their treasures.
Right, and have robbed their treasures. He's taking the minerals, the resources, the oil, everything. The people.
And so much that some nations are complaining. like India's complaining, you know, some of the jewels that was worn on the crown, the Queen Elizabeth crown, that belongs to them. You know, Africa, some of these African countries are complaining how, you know, the European colonization, how they took some of their resources, gold and all this, yeah. And it's no different now, man. Just jumping into Venezuela, just taking the oil, talking about how they're gonna manage the financing of that.
That shit's crazy. You got it out.
And I have put down the inhabitants like a valiant man.
I have put down the inhabitants like a valiant man. You know, he thinks that he's ruling the world through his strength. That's when he's deceived, man. All right, surely thy pride hath deceived thee, that dwelleth in the clefts of the rocks. Right? Who saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? This is what he's pushing now. Go ahead.
Isaiah 10 and 14. And my hand had found as a nest the riches of the people.
Yep.
And as one gathering eggs that are left, have I gathered all the earth. And there was none that moved the wing.
Yeah. See, this man has literally gathered the whole earth. Habakkuk 2, verse 5.
Yep.
He heapeth up to himself all people, man. He got the whole world in captivity, man. Go ahead.
And there was none that moved the wing, or opened the mouth, or peeped.
Yep.
Shall the axe boast itself against him that heweth therewith?
Yep.
Or shall the saw magnify himself, him that shaketh?
Yeah. So how is the axe and the saw going to magnify itself, man? They're not the one. They're not swinging themselves.
Right.
You see, it's the Most High. Go ahead.
As if the rod should shake itself against them that lift it up.
Yeah. How the rod gonna shake itself? Right? Esau is the weapon of the Lord. That's it. All right, keep going.
Or as if the staff should lift up itself, or if it were no wood.
Yeah, there you go. So everything is being done through the operation of the Most High, man. And then off of Esau's will, strength, and power. Right? There's a Esau has a purpose to fulfill before he gets removed out of the way. This is what we're saying. They think that the Most High got them in the trick bag, man. They think they did. This is their own power, man. The Most High raised up Pharaoh to show who's really the power. Right? You got something out there?
So Obadiah 1 and 5. Thieves came to thee, robbers by night. How art thou cut off? Would they not have stolen till they had enough? If the grape gatherers came to thee, would they not leave some grapes? Right? And this is what Esau has done is he's completely, left lands barren of resources. Right? Destroyed. You can see that the areas on when they show, NASA and things like that, they can show the earth. You can see areas where they completely strip the lands barren, right? Because they can't leave any resources for anybody else to prosper, right? When you're supposed to leave those gleaning grapes, right? But they're gonna go in and take all the gold. They're gonna take all what's going down there in Africa. They got those cobalt mines and things, the lithium mines, right? They take everything and just leave the area, uninhabitable, man. Right? So if it was left up to his own devices, he would destroy the whole earth, man. Because he's gonna take everything until there's nothing left to protect it.
And then he gets mad whenever these different nations try to migrate into his society. Man. Over there in Europe, they're getting mad at the Africans coming up. Over here, they're getting mad at the Southern Kingdom coming up. Yeah, for asylum and everything, you know what I'm saying? Because over there in their countries, like the brother went into, man, they're through, man. You have taken all their resources. You have made their lands barren, man. So they have to come over here where the resource is, because you took it all. And then you get mad and try to immigrate them and say, oh, they're terrorists and all this and that, just because they want to come and have a better life over here, man. They see the resources over here. People are going to go where the resources are, man. Just like in Egypt. When they had the famine, 7 years of famine, everybody flocked to Egypt, man.
Yeah.
The same thing here. Esau gets mad at that. Even though it was his own doing, the reason why these people are in the condition that they're in.
He's kind of left well enough alone, right? But it's not in his spirit. He has to be that rape, robber, and murderer, man, right?
We'll go back to
In the book of Psalms, chapter 2 and verse 2. The kings of the earth set themselves, and the rulers take counsel together against the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, and against his anointed, saying, let us break the bands asunder and cast away their cords from us.
Right, so that's your mindset, bro. Can you read that, get that NLT? Because what we're seeing is this man really wants to be, pretty much, he wants to detach from the authority of the Lord, man. He wants to be able to he wants to be the guy that has a say-so in everything, man. He don't want to be subjugated under the authority of the Lord. He don't want to be subjugated under the judgment that's prepared for him. He don't want to deal with the repercussions of his actions, man. That's ultimately what it is.
You want to rule over Jacob. That's what it is. You know, if you do, they lose their power. They know that, man.
Yeah, this is all stemming back, thousands of years ago, man. About him just wanting power, him wanting the blessing back.
These damn devils, they ain't gonna lose no power. They'll fight, they'll tear the damn thing up. They'll destroy the whole damn world, which they are.
So Psalm 2 and 2, NLT. The kings of the earth prepare for battle. The rulers plot together against the Lord and against his anointed. Let us break their chains, they cry, and free ourselves from slavery to the Most High.
Right, they want to be free. And like it says in the first verse, this is all vain imaginations that they're coming up with. Just delusions that the wicked has pushed upon all the nations, man. Oh, side with us because we're gonna make y'all free. We're gonna make y'all sovereign. Y'all don't gotta fear the Lord no more, right? And he's pushing that whole vibration upon the whole earth.
Yeah, that's what Psalms 36 and verse 2 and 3. They basically saying they don't fear the Lord.
That is like make Atlanta.
They don't want nothing to do with the Lord. We can go back to that verse.
This book of Psalms 2, in verse 4. He that sitteth in heaven shall laugh. The Lord Yahweh shall help them in derision.
Right, the Most High is going to laugh, man. Uncle Shah, brother did Proverbs 19 and 21, and also Proverbs 21 and 30.
So Proverbs chapter 19 and verse 21. There are many devices in a man's heart. Nevertheless, the counsel of the Lord, that shall stand.
Right, there are many devices in a man's heart. Many plans, ideas, schemes, all this shit, man. That's in the mindset of Esau, man. He has all these thoughts, all these schemes he's working up right now, all these counsels, man, that he's, coming to try to formulate some type of plan, some type of workaround to what's about to happen, man, to what prophecy is saying. Because these type of leagues, they hear the prophets, man. They know we are here. So we talk about how how's it go? It has reached the gates of the nobles, right? So now that it has, they're moving. They're moving on trying to figure out some type of scheme to maintain their power, man, to prolong, their kingdom.
They're telling the truth. What if everybody start believing? We lose our power. They can come back and go back and return to the Lord. So that's why, they doing this, man. They got to creep up on us real slow. Cut our throats like those commando soldiers out the jungle. That's what they're doing. Creep right up on us.
Yeah, Esau's a bitch, man, so he always tries to go about it subtle. Subtle. Always trying to attack the unilaterally, never directly. You know what I'm saying? Because he knows, if he comes at us directly, the Most High is going to have to step in. Which will happen.
They know that. That's why they're very gentle. They're moving gently around this whole thing because they're trying to figure out where to come at.
Well, I go, you know, that's good. This book of Proverbs 21, verse 3. There is no wisdom, no understanding, no counsel against the Lord, and no but him.
Right, so ultimately what we see is Esau is trying to get all his ducks in a row before he moves and rolls upon the saints, man. Because he has this mindset where, we have this technology now. Now we can combat the Lord. We have laser weapons, we have new weapons, we have the space force, we have all this shit, we have the Golden Dome, all these different things, man, set in place to prevent the inevitable. But all that shit's gonna fail, man. Like I said, no, you got back, no shot.
There is Proverbs 21 and 30. There is no wisdom, nor understanding, nor counsel against the Lord.
Right. So there's nothing you can do, man. Like the elder mentioned, you're in the trick bag. You've been played. You played yourself. Bubble shot. Can you get Isaiah 31 and 3? Bubble shot.
Isaiah 31 and verse 3. Now the Egyptians are man and not the Most High, and their horse is flesh and not spirit. When the Lord shall stretch out his hand, both he that helpeth shall fall, and he that is hoping shall fall down, and they shall fail together.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said in the beginning, you know what I'm saying? Esau is just an ordinary man. But he has puffed himself up to a point where he has so much pride where he really feels that he's going to accomplish what he set out to do. Like I said, he's delusional. What do say that pride of the heart has deceived you?
Yeah, Obadiah.
And that's what we're seeing, man, where his delusion is so far gone that there's nothing you can say to this man. He's fully set on self-destruction, man.
And that's the Spirit of the Lord that has him doing that, because he's playing the role the Most High has him. So what we're seeing is Esau doing the Most High wants him. So everything is going according to plan.
This is 2 Ezra 1 and 10. It says, many kings have I destroyed for their sakes. Pharaoh with his servants and all his power have I smitten down. Right? So I'm just thinking about that, Romans the 9th chapter, how the Lord raised up Pharaoh. Right? The Lord said he smitten Pharaoh and all his servants down. How much more Esau, man? Who's the modern day Pharaoh? See? So are we not getting ready to depart out of Egypt all over again?
Right.
The new Egypt that we're in the midst of. Here comes Pharaoh getting ready to come with his armies. Right? You see what I'm saying? And then what happens? Yahweh Shai comes. Right? Delivers us, man.
He had to get hyped up.
That's it.
That's what Esau's doing to himself right now.
That's it.
Like Pharaoh. Pharaoh thought he was a god. The same way these damn elites.
Yeah.
That's the way they think of it.
Yeah, because, hey, like with the magicians, right?
Yeah.
See, right now through the AI in the left hand, Pharaoh got his magicians throwing their snakes out there, man. And when Moses put his stick out there and devoured those snakes, man. You see what I'm saying? The right hand is always going to overtake the left. So it's the same spiritual parallels right now, man. You got to be in the spirit to see.
Right. That's why I said Isaiah 47 and 12, stand now by the chambers, thou mayest prevail. Like you're not going to be able to prevail against your house.
I'm noticing the Lord, a lot of ironic talk to Esau. Showing you they got it.
This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 28. The word of the Lord came again to me, saying, Son of man, say unto the prince of Tyrus, thus saith the Lord Yahweh Shalom, because thy heart is lifted up, and thou hast said, I am a God. I said in the seat of God, in the midst of the sea, yet thou art man. So, most of us say, y'all think y'all God just like Pharaoh. I'm going to show you just like I showed Pharaoh. Pharaoh wasn't no God. And you elites, that sat up at the top, what they think? Y'all ain't God either. And he said, behold, thou art wiser than Daniel. There is no secret that they can hide from thee.
Yeah, because Esau, he tapped in. He's fully tapped in. He's practicing, practices from the ancient Chaldeans and shit.
His old ways.
His old ways. The garden. Yeah.
This is why I see the clip of what the dude was speaking like things that we see now was talking about in 1997, which was really talking about before that. But he was like, how would they know this? How would they know this? It's like the other said, Esau's fully tapped in with spiritual and safety.
What the thing you brought up? They said they were getting consultation from demons. Pretty much how they were able to tap into the future.
Yep. Project Looking Glass. Yep.
This is why you got shows like Futurama, Sci-Fi, shit
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that. Because they was already showing you what was to come. Judge Dredd, Demolition Man.
Yeah, them niggas is really community demons and shit. That's what the whole CERN thing was. Opening up portals, communicating with entities on the other side. Right? He's really tapped in. You got it, bro.
Ezekiel 28, verse 4. And without wisdom, without understanding, thou hast got thee riches.
Yep.
has got gold.
That's how he got the wealth. Through his through the left hand, the power, his military might, you know, his blessing. Yeah, that too.
Silver to thy treasures. By thy great wisdom and by thy traffic, as thou increase thy riches, and thy heart is lifted up because of thy riches.
There you go.
The banks.
Yep.
Because the sole reason why the Rothschilds and all them were able to pretty much get that, because going all the way back to Meyer and Bauer, all right, they began to spread their wealth out to these different countries and loan people this money, and when they were unable to pay them back due to the interest rates, they eventually became countries.
Yeah, wage and wars and financing both sides.
Both sides, yep. Because it showed that because their mother, Rothschild's mother, said that if our sons didn't want war, they would go war. They were on both sides of the fence.
It showed you that movie, the last one.
King's man.
Yeah, King's Man. And they were showing how it all got like that.
Ezekiel 28, verse 6. Therefore, thus saith the Lord, power, because thou hast set thy heart as the heart of a God. Behold, therefore I will bring strangers upon thee, the terrible of the nations. And they shall draw their swords against thee, the beauty of thy wisdom, and they shall defile the brightness. So that's like what's going on now. These terrorist cells, they're already in here. And all they got to do is get the word. They're already here. The most I going to bring them on America. About God to bring them.
There was a list that got published a couple weeks ago, all the major cities in America that have food sales. I was telling the brother in the car, Charlotte was on that list too. You know, it's showing you that, like you said, they're waiting on the green light to be able to do this. So what we're seeing in Minneapolis is a preview to come for the whole country. Raleigh,
The main herbs. Charlottesville is the top of the nation.
Yep.
Ezekiel 28.
One thing Esau wants to do, when he brings the TAs and the FFs, he be able to justify the once he started coming with the attacks, then the people gonna comply to the new system. That's what he wants.
Yeah. So once that major event happens, hey, we need to track every American season 2. All right.
Ezekiel 28, and verse 8.
In this chapter that we're going into right here, this is going into the king of Tyrus, the prince of Tyrus.
You put that on Esau.
That's
too?
Esau, man. That's spiritual.
Yeah.
Meats. Verse 8. They shall bring thee down to the pit, and thou shalt die the death of them that are slain in the midst of the seas.
Yeah, Esau's going to go out violently, man, and horribly.
Will thou yet say before him that slayed thee, I am a God? But thou shalt be a man and no God.
Yeah, the Lord going to show you.
That's why going back to Romans 9:17, the Lord said he raised up his devil like he raised Pharaoh to show his power. So everything that we're watching Esau do, all right, is the culmination of him not built down. Like that Ariana in the back of that, talking about that word Shingo. We're about to see that because everything that's taking place is just showing you that the Lord is about to do a great number. And so we're getting to the part of that movie, you know, the old hood movie, you hear the saxophone start playing. Somebody about to die. But they think that's about to be for Jake, but really it's for Esau. Because the moment you come after Jake and you touch the Lord's anointed, man, that's when that shit's going to come upon you. So like the apostle always said, Jacob's trouble is going to start out. Jacob's trouble is going to become Esau's trouble. And as well as the other nations too. Keep doing what you're doing, man.
Ezekiel 28 and 9 again. Wilt thou yet say before him that slayed thee, I am a God, but thou shalt be a man and no God, in the hand of him that slayed thee. So y'all ain't gonna be no God, man. Y'all ain't gonna be God. Y'all gonna be just mortal men in the hand of these damn terrorists and everybody that's gonna come and get y'all, man. Y'all gonna be weeping and running and hollering. You know, you leech, y'all gonna go down in them damn bunkers scared and shaking. It's gonna be over for y'all, man, that damn day. The Most High wrath is gonna be great in that day on you damn Edomites, man.
Right.
thou shalt die the death of the uncircumcised, the wicked, by the hand of strangers. For I have spoken it, said the Lord Yahweh, by some y'all shall power. For the nations. A lot of y'all gonna die by the hand of strangers. Who y'all, let come over here and, raise them up over Jacob. Just get Jacob down, man. And you gonna die by it.
Yeah, even your own brother, Emily, fucking out there. She don't like y'all either.
They got a whole coalition out there in Latin America, so-called, rising up to come against Trump. Because what happened in Venezuela, man. So you got the damn, what you call it? What's the name? Pretty much this armed militias out there that's getting ready to come against the system.
And they in America too.
Blood poured out here. Like you said earlier, we might have to get off the streets soon, man. I can see that in the spirit, man, because how chaotic these major cities are going to be when they start, issuing more false, what's, FFs, domestic T's.
They're gonna eat all good things. Knocking out power grids, water supplies. Yeah, it's gonna get bad.
Say curfews and all that other shit.
Financial centers,
Oh, yeah, hell yeah.
You're hearing them line up. Everyone line up now. The lights, they got the drones and shit. Yeah, toboggan. Get in the fucking line.
Exactly.
That's what they gonna be weird.
That's happening in China right now.
As soon as that famine of the word comes, it's a wrap. We ain't got long in the spirit. Hey, I was talking to the elder brothers the other day. I'm like, man, Jay gonna have to start getting ready to put their lessons on these other platforms. Because I remember Odyssey had a way where you could transfer all your videos from YouTube to Odyssey, but I don't think you can do that anymore. You gotta go directly and set it up. You know what I'm saying? But the point I'm making is that all these alternative platforms, Jay gonna have to start doing videos there until they shut those down. Because YouTube land's about to close, man. You know that. This shit is almost over, right?
He said we're going to be in the highways and the hedges. It might be time we start going through the hedges.
There you go. That's all.
Jeremiah 49, 31. Arise, get you up unto the wealthy nation that dwelleth without care, saith the Lord, which have neither gates nor bars, which dwell alone.
That's Babylon. All right, this place is open on every side to be invaded, to be attacked. People forget that Alaska is right next door to Russia. All right, in the northwest.
Right.
See, so this place is literally surrounded. We talked about this before. They got warships, on the out there, in Hawaii, California, right? The Caribbeans, man, China and Russia ships. They all surrounding this place, man. Submarines, all types of shit.
I was watching this video of this lady explaining Russia's military expansion. But pretty much they're all up in the northern hemisphere, on top of close to the North Pole.
There you go.
And they can just shoot right over the North Pole, man.
Exactly.
It ain't even that far.
Scoops talk about that he should come from the north.
Yeah.
That's Russia.
Well, they far as close as you.
Kings of the
Oh
North.
yeah.
How long far is you? What, 90 miles?
It's not that far. From America, yeah.
I don't know.
You got it?
We're talking about how America is surrounded.
Yep.
This is Ezekiel 38 and 11. But thou shalt say, I will go up to the land of unwalled villages. Are you what?
Oh, yeah.
Says, thou shalt say, I will go up to the land of unwalled villages, and will go to them that are at rest.
Go to them that are at rest. These people are in their security, man. Yes.
Says that dwell safely, all them dwelling without walls.
Yeah, because the average American, they know that war is brewing up, but they ain't really worried about it. Like, oh yeah, you know,
They don't see anything
Yeah.
talk about from the storm.
exactly.
That's the birds of dog.
Right.
Not us.
Not us.
Right.
Greatest country in the world. We're good. It says, all of them dwelling without walls, and having neither walls nor gates, to take a spoil and to take a prey, to turn thine hand upon these desolate places that are now inhabited, and upon the people that are gathered out of the nations which to have cattle and goods that dwell in the midst of the land.
This is crazy, man. The Lord got sleeper cells set up, all types of shit. You know? There you go. And that was what the Biden regime was for. To allow all of these so-called refugees, immigrants, sleeper cells to come in and get established. So now we're here with Trump, they get this shit popping, and everything's moving according to plan.
Yeah, the question that nobody wants to answer is, where did all these damn foreign, these military-aged men countries a couple of years ago? What happened to them? Where'd they go? You had niggas get on the bus and okay, you go to California, you go to New York, you go to whatever big city, they just disappear. Come on, man.
That's why they don't ever get to the
Exactly.
one reason.
We gotta know who's the real American.
Right.
Probably we asked to do
Well, we read earlier, Department of Homeland Security said Americans be prepared to be citizens. And what did Trump say? You know, pretty much criminal, the definition of criminal can be changed to whatever fit they marry.
There you go.
You can be a so-called American citizen all you want, but he can give you a criminal if you go against him. They already said that you anti-Trump, anti-Maggie, you're pretty much anti-ship.
Yep.
You know, God, they say you're going against God and you're going against Trump.
There you go.
They want to have them. So 350 million.
That's the snare though. See?
Release 200 million, they want to lock up.
Yeah, don't be surprised if they say you're not American for not taking the chip.
Yeah. Hey, the video that just came back out, everything that we talked about years ago, people coffin that came out of the warehouse, they had like thousands, a million something plastic coffins. Bullets, you know, they talk about the food, all these things that we used to bring out years ago, now it's coming back up to a certain point, where these things are about to be starting to get used.
You gotta start at some point. You gotta roll this shit out at some point. Yeah. This is where we at now.
Walmart, shutdown malls, all this shit, man. We here.
Jeremiah 49, verse 32. And their camels shall be a booty, and their multitude of their cattle is spoiled. And I will scatter into all winds them that are in the utmost corners, and will bring their calamity from all sides thereof, saith the Lord. So what's about to happen right now is, as brothers have been going into, this place is being surrounded, man. Right? They're surrounded economically, they're surrounded militarily, and they're surrounded domestically, man.
Yeah.
Right? So like I said, he will bring their calamity from all sides, man.
Yeah.
Right? So everything about this place is about to be, quickly uprooted, man. You know? It's not gonna take a long time for it to happen once it gets started. But Esau is just dragging the speed so that they can be prepared, so-called, once they finally push that button.
Right. Esau has a contingency plan for a contingency plan. He has, backup plan A all the way to Z, man. They're trying to figure out, trying to prevent the inevitable, man. Trying to prevent what we're saying. That he's going to go down, that he's going to go into slavery, that the kingdom the throne of David is going to be reestablished, right? This is what they're preventing. They're trying to prevent, man.
Hey, so let's talk about, did you bring that out of Jeremiah 51? Jeremiah 50 about prepare the ambushes? You got that? Yes, the spirit.
I think it's Jeremiah 50 and 29.
Yeah.
Call together the archers. That was weird. I was bring that up. Call together the archers against Babylon, all ye that bend the bow.
The archers that are going to bend the bow are the nations with the nuclear missiles, man. So the Lord said, call together all the archers. That's what's happening now. All the nations are being summoned, all right, for nuclear war. That's why, what are they doing? These nations are deploying soldiers to the so-called Middle East because that's where the Battle of Armageddon is going to take place, in the Valley of Yehoshaphat. Joel, the 3rd chapter, Ezekiel 30. All right, it gets into all of that. You can even go to Joel, the 2nd chapter, where it talks about the Lord's army, the missiles, how they're not going to miss. This camp is very strong, very great. Who's going to be able to abide in the day of the Lord? Go ahead.
Camp against it round about.
Camp against it round about. So, as we speak, America is literally surrounded by Russian and Chinese ships. Like you said, submarines, warships, everything, man. And they're all waiting for the opportunity to strike. Right? Go ahead.
Even some of those supply tankers that come into these different ports. Right? Those are holding on to Chinese militaries, man. right? They got missile launchers and things of that nature just stationed, right? And what you would think, like coming to deliver over supplies and different resources.
Out there in, what's it called? UAE. Over there to like Kuwait. You look at the map, Kuwait and like right outside of Iran. They got all those military bases set up right there, so they already ready. So if some shit pop off, they can already send soldiers into Iran or shoot missiles. Shut up.
They already built. They built like a base or something. Qatar.
Keep going, that's right.
Jeremiah 50 and 29. Call together the archers against Babylon, all ye that been the boat. Camp against it, round about.
Yep.
Let none therefore escape. Recompense her according to her work.
According to her works. What is her works? What have America done to all the nations, man? What have America done to all the nations? I wait. Nothing good. Everything America done to all the nations is nothing but rob and murder, man. Stole all the resources, man. Put them in the worst scenario they was already in. Made their living conditions worse, man. What more so the nigga like to the American Spanish, man? Come on, man. So the war's gonna be war.
Do anything good, they do it unwillingly, man. So everything in his mind is set just for evil, man.
Yeah, they say that. They know that, man. Like hell, what was it, Iran, you know what I'm saying, or the Indians, they were talking shit. Or they're playing, they was like shit. If they tell them to come to help, don't let them out. Don't let them out. Cause they already do. They got the playbook. The playbook is out there, man. When they come to help, they ain't coming to help. They're coming to take. There's some resources that you have that they want to themselves.
Somebody get finish it out.
Recompense her according to her work, according to all that she has done, do unto her. For she
Go to her. That's the recompense. The recompense is going to be nuclear war, man.
Yeah.
How you doing? Go ahead.
For she have been proud against the Lord.
For she has been proud against the Most High. Who's the she? America, Babylon.
Yeah.
She's been proud against the Most High.
Blaspheming the Lord.
There you go, man. I mean, what's going on right now is the Lord is making the Spirit so plain right now. So plain at this point. See what I'm saying? Any more?
And against the Holy One of Israel.
There you go, man. So now the reward, and we're very close to the reward of Babylon. Romans 13, for now is our salvation nearer than we believe, man. And how do we know that? Through all the escalation that's going on worldwide, man. This is how you know we at the end.
We're at a point now to where the study sheet has been laid out. I was thinking of making some good movement. Now we're about to get into the text. So now everything being revealed, we're about to go into the test of our faith. So everything that you've been learning is going to be put to the test to make sure if you really believe, the Lord's about to try you and show you if you really about to. Look, right now, everybody can say that they're Israelites. You got the Christians on, so-called party yourself teachers and whatnot. We're going to see when YouTube is gone and the cameras is off, are you truly a man of the Lord or believe the word of God?
All this time, this whole time of grace, the time of pay or something.
Right.
All this for nothing, man.
Right.
It's going to be tested.
Righteous acts right there. But as we see, all of them fellas, man. Verse 30, Jeremiah 30, 50 and 30. Therefore shall her young men fall in the streets, and all her men of war shall be cut off in that day.
Oh, it's going to be a draft. We've been telling you this for a long time. They're about to bring the draft back, man. I remember it happened with 5 years ago. People was panicking. They crashed the website. Because people thought, yeah.
That's what it was.
Yeah, because we thought they was going to get drafted.
Even soldiers was upset with it. I can look at people, they was crying and stuff upset. They want to go first.
You're still seeing them. Soldiers that get served fucking lobster and these expensive plates. That's showing you that's your last meal before you get sent off to be killed.
What they say, I didn't sign up for this.
Only in America to where
I didn't have nowhere to live.
yeah, only in America when you got these idiots join the military without thinking that it's a military, this means you're giving your service over to go fight. The see, America pushes this thing of doing military for free college tuition, get a Camaro or a PS5 or whatever.
Bonus,
You know, whatever.
that bonus check.
Yeah, all this bullshit, but you realize you're signing up for a military service, which means when the country has to go fight, you're telling your country you're willing to go put your life on the line for your country, man. So,
Mother nation do it.
yeah,
They know to do it.
but they want to,
they
especially
do.
now when you have, I think it was Russia, China, one of them countries that like, it was all the young men fighting that was running, that was running to go sign up. They're ready to kill Americans, man.
Hey, even you have women trying to flip flop like, yo, I belong in the kitchen. I don't want to be in feminist. Too late now, man. Your ass gonna be in the front lines, man.
And they passed the bill to where when that draft hits, women are going to be in that shit
Oh yeah,
too.
oh yeah.
The draft has to come because what is America doing to spread its military to the people?
Yeah.
They can't just go take Venezuela like people think they are. They have to have people that's guarding the fields and the mines and the resources, just like Greenland. The military is spread it too big. You got all these embassies in different countries. So guess what? They have to have a draft, man. So all the little high school kids and little college kids, you out there watching a football game, you're gonna wake up one day and they're gonna be goddamn knocking on your door telling you come on and be ready for this draft, man.
18 to 26, first wave.
Yeah. And you signed up for the pass, remember?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Yep. And people waking up too. They're like, look, we don't want to fight for the bankers.
Yeah.
We don't want to die for the bankers. It's too late, man.
Yeah. That's because it's a Rothschild war, man. All wars are bankers war.
That's it.
But we know this is still the war. This is still the will of Yahweh Shalom Shah, man. This is still the will of the Lord. Because all these wars you're seeing on is the will of Yahweh Shalom Shah. That's it.
Jeremiah.
What's the one that said that the men shall be as women? That Jeremiah?
Yeah, Jeremiah. Yeah, I think we there. I think we're
We're
there.
about to get to do it.
Yeah, we there.
Jeremiah 50 and 31. Behold, I am against thee, O thou most proud.
Yep.
Said the Lord, Yahweh Shalom.
Thou O most proud. This nation is the most proud on earth.
Untouchable.
Go ahead.
Said the Lord, Yahweh Shalom, power of hosts.
Yep.
For thy day is come,
But thy day is come. Go ahead.
the time that I will visit thee.
Yeah, and see that the Lord is literally visiting this place with what? Through plagues, right? The social division, the war tensions that's brewing up, the decline of morality, the breakdown of the system, the economy.
And guess what is coming up on? 250 years.
Oh yeah.
And all empires don't last but 250 years. So 4th of July, your Independence Day, will be the 250-year mark. So that Lord already set bounds.
It's gonna start
It's gonna
speeding
speed
up.
You have bounds where you can't pass, man. This kingdom's done, man. It's numbered. The Lord had his place numbered, man.
That's it.
Jeremiah 50 and 32. And the most high and the most proud shall stumble and fall.
Shall stumble and fall. All right. Pride goeth before destruction. Right. Go ahead.
And none shall raise him up.
None shall raise him up. So that cuts the doctrine or the philosophy of making America great again. You know, MAGA and what's the other name? America First. That's it. And the scriptures cut that, man.
That ain't good in the Lord, man. Make America great again and America first ain't gonna fight.
That's it.
America
And he
first
lives in
story.
Cambridge. No, he lives in London, but his
And
office.
there's no way that America can be made first because Israel owns this place. They control your politicians. APAC runs the show, man. So there ain't no way it can be America first. And that's why your man, what's his name, Nick Fuentes, what's his name? He got exposed, right? He's bought and paid for it now. Alex Jones, Candace Owens, Tucker Carlson, all them niggas are clowns, bro.
All of them control
All
opposition.
controlled up, man. That's all it is. Go ahead.
And it shall devour all round
And
about.
the thing is, your average, pro right wing Edomite, right? He sees that. He's like, man, all these motherfuckers are paid agents. You know? Go ahead.
Thus said the Lord, Yahweh hosts.
So it's a beautiful thing how the Lord set this up. Go ahead.
The children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together.
Uh-huh.
And all that took them captives held them fast. They refused to let them go.
Yep.
The Redeemer is strong. The Lord Yahweh hosts is his name. He shall thoroughly plead their cause.
He should thoroughly plead the cause. And the Lord is going to execute. The Lord is going to execute what he was written, man. He's going to thoroughly plead the cause of his people.
That's why you Jason out there that know this word, you should be rejoicing right now because everything the Lord is doing in the earth. He said, he's doing
People
this
of all time, you know, and
that he may give rest to the land and disquiet the inhabitants of Babylon.
Disquiet the inhabitants of Babylon. Destruction. Go ahead.
A sword is upon the Chaldeans, saith the Lord Yahweh.
Yep. Who's the modern day Chaldeans? Esau, Edom, man. You read that in Isaiah 47 chapter, man. O virgin daughter of Babylon, man. The modern day Chaldeans are Esau, Edom, man. Witches, these warlocks, these goddamn so-called Freemasons, these skull and bone members. These are the modern day Chaldeans.
A sword is upon the Chaldeans, saith the Lord Yahweh, and upon the inhabitants of Babylon, and upon her princes, and upon her wise men.
Yeah, a sword, man. The Lord is showing you that the sword has been sharpened. That's the missiles, man. They got all these missile technologies built up and it's for America, man. Even American allies' missiles are made to destroy America, man. The ten toes, it's been split. You're seeing the division, man. You got the EU and NATO nations saying we might have to join with Russia. Why is England and them talking about we might have to join Russia? Because they see that America can't be trusted. They see what's going on, man. They see the backstabbing, man.
Yeah, the thing is, they trying to snatch up Greenland. Why can't we have it? Or China's like, why can't we take Taiwan? So all the diplomatic bullshit going on. America can do what they want, but they want everybody else to follow by the rules.
Niggas is tired of that, man.
Yeah, just play the fuck out, man. You could just go to Venezuela and set up a new coup and just take the
We didn't
resources.
take that oil. They said we didn't take the oil. We got it to where they have to give it to us. It's like, nigga, that's the same thing. All because they were doing backdoor deals.
Yeah, your double tongue is played out, man. That shit's played out.
It's not a problem when they do it, right? When we do it, that's how nations feel, man.
Yeah, that's what it is. Isaiah 34, chapter 30.
That's why the scripture say that he's going to stop his fellows because, hey, them putting Trump in that position, he's the perfect actor for that. Because what this nigga is doing is showing that America, really Esau thinks they're all the way up here. The rest of the heathen nations are down here. So it's like, you better not dare do this. Like I said, the nations are conspiring against the devil's destroying.
Jeremiah 50:36. A sword is upon the lions, and they shall dote. A sword is upon her mighty men, and they shall be dismayed. A sword is upon their horses, and upon their chariots, and upon all that mingle people, all the mingle people that are in the midst, and they shall become as women. A sword is upon her treasures, and they shall be robbed.
War, like worldwide, World War III, what we've been prophesying about is coming. All right, which really is the judgment of the Lord because that's going to take place in the valley of the house of pot, the valley of judgment. All right, so these military, these people in the military, as well as the people that could possibly be drafted, they're afraid because they know that as their death is being written, what they know written. A lot of these people don't want to go to the military anymore, like you said, they have to. So they see as America's, they have to lower their military standards because these people here are weak. All right, the nation sees the military. So nobody wants to fight for this place because they understand that it's a reason not.
Verse 38. A drought is upon the waters, and they shall be dried up. For it is the land of graven images that they are mad upon their idols.
And that's showing that this is America, that land of great images. All this idol worship, shit like that. This is America. All the idol worship you built you on, you can justify you being a nasty person, you can like kids. It's just all a bunch of nasty shit.
Yeah, that's why they call it the land of the free, because you can come over here and exercise any type of belief, philosophy that you want. Rebellion. Freedom is really rebellion.
Freedom from the Most High. Just as with the serpent was this prophecy being back to the throne.
Look at these women, they drunk off so-called freedom, which is really rebellion. Liberation. Yeah. What? Here's the liberation. The laws of the Most High. Order.
And look how this order has spread throughout the world.
Yeah. Anything that has proper function involves order. You see what I'm saying? So without order, you got chaos. Look at the people, look at America, look at the structure of this place, the morality, all of that, man, how people think and operate. See? That's a result of not being in order, man. Yep.
The land with no judgment, knowledge, the truth of the Most High in the land.
That's what he said he had a controversy, right?
Right.
You know? The inhabitants thereof and all that? No?
Just finding out, man, this place is satanic as hell.
That's it.
So another nickname for America is the Great Satan.
Jeremiah 50:39. Therefore the wild beasts of the deserts with the wild beasts of the islands shall dwell there, and the owls shall dwell therein, and it shall be no more inhabited forever.
Yeah, and that's speaking on the post-destruction, man. The wild beasts, man, the vultures. This place is gonna be like a desert. It won't be inhabited. You won't be able to dwell in Babylon the Great once the Lord destroys this place.
Yeah, it'll be like Planet of the Apes. You know, the Statue of Liberty hanging out the sand and shit. Different. You know, once this shit is wiped off the map, it's gone. Everything. Mount Rushmore, the Grand Canyon, all this shit will be gone.
That's why it says it's gonna be laid desolate. It's gonna be flat. There's nothing here. Everything gonna be gone. That's what's coming to the shores of America, man.
That's right.
You know, man, it's justified, man. Because this place is wicked as all hell, man. Any person with common sense knows this place is wicked. Why would you want to stay here?
Yeah, how you gonna fight against the force of the Most High? They're seeing UFOs bigger than the planet Earth, bro. How you gonna fight against that?
And it's on the video out there with the Bible.
Yeah.
That's coming back out.
People don't even know about that. But even Leviathan, all these creatures the Lord got in the ocean that he gonna bring out.
Another thing,
Yeah,
that's real. They said that they're covering up with Venezuela. They're seeing like heavy numbers coming up from the seismic thing from the earthquakes. Because they said some shit going on in the water over there, man.
So there you go.
Leviathan could be stirring shit up over
The
there.
Lord about to bring this place to an end, bro. With a bang.
Everything that you thought was real, the Lord about to reveal it. He's gonna let you know he's the one in control.
They said, man, the hell's about to be listening to people's eyes, man. He's mystifying all these different things like this storybooks tale. This is real.
This man is opening up doorways and portals and CERN and shit and allowing shit to come into this realm. What you think is gonna
It's
happen?
been videos, whether they're real or not, but the point still remains the same. They're seeing like tall shadowy figures popping up in the sky, like different stuff. Like people taking strange things you can't explain.
Hey, can I get that real quick in the popular spirits creating vengeance?
Sir, 38,
Sirach 39.
39, yeah.
Yep, get that real quick. Like, because those are the spooky things that people don't believe. Right?
This is the book, Sirach 39 and 28. There be spirits that are created for vengeance.
There be spirits that are created for vengeance. So the Lord has certain spirits created to enact vengeance, all right? To get rid of people.
Michael Myers is real.
You know?
That's a demon.
That's a demon.
Yeah.
Even when you go back to the story that Michael Myers came, the Druids, they put that demon on him to be like that. Watch the old movies, man. That's real. You gonna have people out here that ain't gonna be able to die, man. And the Lord gonna want it like that, so he can act vengeance upon us.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense on Halloween.
Yeah.
Because Halloween, that was the Jewish special
The
day.
Jewish special day, yeah. If you go back to the look at that movie back in the day, I think the 70s, the 80s, when you watch one of the first Michael Myers movies, the Druids put a demon on him where he couldn't die.
Ecclesiastes 39 and 28. There be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on strokes. In the time of their destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them.
See that? It appeased the wrath of him that made them, the Most High. He got these twisted, sick spirits out here ready to enact vengeance when the time is ready, man.
The only thing that's keeping them back from doing that is the law.
That's it.
Once 911 is done away with, all this police and all that, no more, you're going to see these people take matters to their own hand. And Jeffrey Jeffrey Dahmer and Jack the Ripper and all these different things, and they're going, and who's going to be the main ones getting fucked up? You women. You know, all you women ain't got no protection. A lot of them out.
Especially once these guys out of prison come out.
Oh man. Hey, he had the video come out where he said, it was on what's the little shit? Sorry off the video, the little chat room shit. Clubhouse. That men talking about shit pop off and they're gonna go start killing people.
Any more of that shit?
That's all you see over in the corner. I've been watching our Lord women. This lesson was all about the spirit of all that shit outside. Gonna turn it face to beast. Double honor for our apostle, elders, and great wisdom from real. Peace and sanitation to honor, hockey, and pushing the truth and our righteousness. This is it. Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom.